For this meditation, we're going to be doing a movement dancing style meditation, but don't worry, you don't need any special training or skill with dance. And if you're one of those people who thinks that you don't have rhythm, don't worry. We're going to be moving sort of repetitively, but not necessarily rhythmically. If you want to line that up with the beat in the music, feel free. But I am going to be wandering over that beat this whole time. Because after all, this is a meditation, not a dance. So, the first thing I'd like to do is explore effort versus ease. So we're going to start by just bringing our hands up to the sky and feeling the effort that it takes us to do this. And then we're going to sort of just fall down to the right side. And you're going to do that to wherever that feels comfortable for you. And then just kind of hang here without a lot of effort, but make sure your back isn't rounding in an unhealthy way. So you kind of want to stick your butt out a little when you do this. And make sure you have a soft bend in your knees. And then we're going to continue back up, come back into effort. And now we're going to fall to the left side, falling into ease. And hanging out down here where it's nice and easy for a few pendulum swings. And now we can go back up to effort. And we can sort of pendulum here where it's effortful. And when you go side to side like this, you can feel where there's a bit more effort, let's say coming back up, a bit more ease falling down. We're just going to do this once more, so falling down into ease, and just swinging a couple times to explore that. Continuing back up into effort. Not a very effortful effort, but this isn't a workout, it's a meditation. Back down into ease one last time. Instead of coming back up this time, we're going to continue falling. And you're going to use your hands at any point you feel necessary. And just walk yourself down into a comfortable position on the floor. A nice, easy, comfortable position. I'm going to kneel like this. If you want to sit cross-legged, feel free to sit that way. Whatever way is comfortable for you. So, the next thing I want to explore with this movement meditation are the different lines and circles that our bodies can make. Because our body is comprised of a skeleton that gives us our foundation and structure, the skeleton has lines, nice straight lines to it, and it also has a bunch of joints that allow circular movement. So we're just going to explore those two different types of movement. And there's a distinction you can also make between making a straight line and moving a circle, and also just exploring or making a circle and moving a line. There's two different ways to create these shapes and play with them. And really, this is going to be about play and exploration. So the first lines and circles I'd like to explore are actually going to be with our breathing. So just tune into the breath. You can feel the rise and fall of the chest, which is kind of like a little line up and down. Or you might feel the stomach filling and contracting if you're taking nice, deep belly breaths And that's kind of more of a circle. Expanding out and then coming back in. And you can even try to hold both line and circle as you breathe. And just take a couple more breaths. Now, start exploring lines and circles. Just going to gently do a few clockwise circles with my neck, or with my head rather. And only go to the range that's comfortable for you, for your body today. And we'll return, going the other way. Now we can explore some lines by just gently trying to move our head in a straight line. Again, only go as far as is comfortable. You can use your thumbs as a guide if you want, but if you don't have the range to get from one to the other, just make the range a little smaller and then explore that. Now we can go forward and back. Again, very gently, but the back part of the stretch that gives you a double chin might feel very relaxing and relieving for anyone who works a desk job or sits at a computer a lot. Now we're gonna let that line drift down to our shoulders. Just do a little seesaw here. You can take that seesaw front to back, so your shoulders are traveling in a straight line from front to back, and kind of making an A. We can roll our shoulders forward a few times, and back a few times. Now with the chest, we can explore making some circles. I started counterclockwise this time, but it doesn't matter what side you go to. And switch to another side. And don't forget to breathe. Now we can use our chest to make a line. It's gonna feel a lot like the shoulder line too, but it's just, instead of driving it from the shoulders, we're kind of thinking about moving our rib cage. We can try that front to back as well. Now we can try some really big circles. Just letting your arms get involved however they feel like getting involved. And switch. Now I'm going to return to a standing position. I'm not going to use my hands, but feel free to if you want to support yourself. So now, to continue our circles, I'm just going to circle the hips around. And we can explore stepping out a bit, but just be aware that the wider your stance, the more you're going to be stretching your obliques and the hamstrings. And I'm continuing to switch directions after about 3. But this is all an exploration, so if you want to keep exploring something, go ahead. I'm going to switch now to some side-to-side motions with the hips. And again, the further out you go, the more you might be stretching things. So just do what's comfortable. And we'll go forward and back. And this might feel and look a little weird, but just try a couple. Now to make some circles and lines with our feet, I'm going to go a little closer in. I'm going to start with some very small circles, because the wider I go, the more I'm going to need some balance. So you can start small, and if you stay with small circles today, that's totally fine.
This might be a new movement for you, so little is fine. And again, your hands can become involved if you like. Now I'll explore lines going forward and out, forward and out. And again, this can be as small or as big as you want. You can let the hands be involved, or they can just be there to help you balance. And just do one more set of these. And now I'm going to explore a big wide circle going all the way around with my body. Maybe returning. And you can continue making whatever kind of circles your unique, wonderful body feels like making today. You can explore having your eyes closed or open. You can explore doing this standing or returning to sitting. And just whatever else you feel like exploring today, but try and keep your breathing and your posture and what's happy for your body in mind as you move on. Enjoy.
Remember that the only bad practice is the one you didn't do. So take a moment to feel some gratitude for the chance to practice today and for the efforts you put into it. Until next time.